Jesus Christ. Can y'all not hear that rain? Be real quiet. Dude, that is so loud. Just stop. In the name of sanity. Warning. 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 This video contains absolutely no useful information. We're literally just going to take a shit on Canon and Nikon this morning. All that and more coming up here on The Morning Jolt. What's up, guys? Mark back here with yet another video, and on today's show, look, I understand that so many people hate it when I do my little rant videos. I don't care. I've gotten so many great and lovely comments like, go kill yourself, I hope you eat shit and die, your mother is a needless whore, and I mean, you know, it's just the, the full range of stuff. Like, I want you all to please, for the love of God, please understand I don't give a shit. You all also have to understand that me being exactly the way I am right now is not only planned, but exactly and perfectly calculated. And I get it if you don't like watching me. I really honestly do. Like, it is as easy as just not saying anything to me and just switch it to another channel. That simple. my favorite one, like, seriously, like, the one that they really think is going to hurt me is like, well, I just want to say that you have lost all credibility with me, mister. And I'm like, okay, I didn't even know I had credibility with you in the first place. Who are you again? I'm like, look, man, if y'all want me to be credibly boring, fine, I'll do that. I've done that. I've tried that. Do y'all really want me to do that? Surely to God, you don't. I mean, there are plenty of other credible YouTube channels out there. I mean, you can go watch any of those credible YouTube channels all day long. I just want to be me, and I want to be crazy, and I want to have a good time. Camera specs and camera talk ultimately is kind of boring. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, it's just a bunch of techno jargon that only we effing understand. At the very least, let's try and make it sound fun. Maybe we'll get some of those extra guys and girls that are just coming up. Maybe we can get them interested in photography as well. Bring a little new blood to the spectrum. I mean, I don't want to see the same old dried up, wrinkly ass sons of bitches doing this thing forever. Come on now, we got to tell the truth. All right, so now, enough fooling. Nikon, Canon, seriously. And you fanboys, if you are a Nikon or a Canon fanboy right here, right now, you all should be severely worried, okay? Because we have billions and billions of dollars at stake. These companies are not messing around. They're not just like not announcing stuff at literally one of the biggest photo shows on the planet this month because they're worried / not worried. Okay, Canon and Nikon thought that they were getting out ahead of Sony by announcing all of their stuff and, you know, flying their reviewers out to exotic locations to help generate a little bit of hype. And we all understand why now. I mean, honestly, Sony is so not worried at this point that they went, you know what? We could start a completely new hype cycle. We could completely just bombard the intertubes with all of our promotional material for our brand new camera. But you know what? I'm just going to go back to petting my kittens. Little baby kittens. That's how not worried they are about what Canon and Nikon have released. If they genuinely were worried, think about it. Millions upon millions upon millions of dollars are at stake. If they were genuinely worried, A, they would have released it probably a week ago, or they would definitely have something to talk about that was big and amazing and revolutionary. Maybe they would reinvent something, who the hell knows. But they would at least say something about a new camera, some new stuff, whatever. But that's how not worried they are right now. And we all know that they have cameras in the works. You know, but they're like, oh, well, you know what? Oh, Canon and Nikon boned on a bunch of stuff, so why don't we just, I don't know, let's just give it another month and let's just slap 8K in this thing just to really piss them off. Seriously, what do you think that they're doing? Do you think they're just sitting back, chilling, relaxing because they don't have something? I mean, that's not Sony's MO whatsoever. I mean, they crank out cameras as fast as they can think them up. But why rush? Why rush now? I mean, there is no competition. Why rush? Now you've got this whole thing with like Sony and Leica and, not Sony and Leica, Panasonic and Leica and Sigma all joining forces. I mean, I think that there's a large extent of, they know that they can't compete, say, like individually, but what if they join forces? It's like an X-Force of camera manufacturing equipment.
X-Force.
I mean, there's a new website. I'll leave it down in the description box down below. It's called LMount.com, and apparently they sort of accidentally leaked a bunch of stuff. And I mean, they're going to have 2 full-frame, high-end cameras that are going to be coming out. One is going to be roughly 50 megapixels. It's going to have the brand new LMount, Panasonic designed and manufactured sensor. It's going to have 4K 60p. No one could have seen that one coming, could ya? It's going to have in-body image stabilization, 150 megapixel stills in pixel shift mode, dual card slots. No one could have seen that one coming, could ya? And then they're supposed to also be having this entry-level full-frame camera. It's going to have 20 plus megapixels. It's going to have the new L-mount. It's going to have the Panasonic designed and manufactured sensor. It's going to have 4K 60p. No one could have seen that one coming, could ya? It's going to have in-body image stabilization, and even their entry level, is also going to have dual card slots. No one could have seen that one coming, could ya? Now look, I know I jest, I know I fool around, but how come everyone seems to get it except for Canon and Nikon? You ever wondered that? When are you fanboys going to stop soaking up and just slurping up every bit of their shit? I mean, that's the reason they don't do anything. That's the reason that they're not, like, exciting or interesting or compelling, because y'all just keep buying that shit. Like all this other amazing stuff that's going on, all these partnerships, alliances, technology being moved forward, all of this stuff. Let me tell you seriously, hype is real. Okay, it sucks sometimes when it doesn't pan out. Canon and Nikon couldn't have seen that one coming, could ya? When it does pay off, when it does develop into something just like, oh damn, we've got to do something that's going to make an impact. But they just don't, man. They just don't. I was originally kind of excited when the whole Canon camera thing was announced, and Nikon, not so much. I mean, I had already had my fill of Nikon. The only reason I was sort of semi-excited about the Canon release was because I've actually been having some pretty good experiences with the Canon M50. I actually like it as a very lightweight, interchangeable lens travel camera / vlogging camera. So I thought, oh, wow, if it does come in around $1,900, that's not horribly bad. I would get access to all of Canon's EF lenses, blah, 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 blah. And then the details start rolling out, and then it's just like, no. But if Sony is going to end up coming out with a high-end Mini A9, an APS-C high-end APS-C Mini A9, which I do think that they're going to do. I think that Fujifilm kind of put them on the ropes a little bit with their X-T3. I mean, I don't think that they were expecting everything that they were getting with that X-T3, because that's where Fuji has to compete in that space, is with Sony. So Sony does have to have an answer to that, but I mean, as far as full frame, they're just like, ooh. Yeah, they don't care. They literally couldn't give 2 squirts of piss less. I mean, they're not afraid. They are not worried about that situation whatsoever. There are too many options that Sony's put out. I mean, at first I thought it was a wacky strategy that Sony was just going to keep cranking out one camera after another. Now I can see the genius in it. I mean, I don't know if it was intentional. It could have just been a haphazard manufacturing schedule or whatever, but now it's genius, because they've got so many different cameras at so many different price points that are still performing really, really well, including the Sony a6000. I still have that camera, and I am still quite amazed at how good of an image that it can produce. So they don't have to worry nearly as much, and with Sony kind of filling out their full-frame lens lineup, while expensive, the technology in the bodies that's what's dragging people over to their side. And the lenses that they are actually making make sense. They're practical and they're razor sharp. I just don't see that Canon and Nikon are really even taking even a minuscule amount of effort into putting these amazing features into their camera. So look, guys, I'm not going to sit here and just take a dump all day, but at the same time, a little bit of a dump is required. I'm telling you, boys, Canon and Nikon are old school DSLR mentality. They are not new school mirrorless mentality. So if you always, from here on out, want to be 2 to 3 years behind the times, y'all go right ahead. It's y'all's money. I don't give a shit. But as for me and my house, we'll serve the Lord. Also known as Fuji. I'm just kidding. I'm a Fuji fanboy. Y'all know that. All right, guys, that's all I've got for you all today. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to thumbs up the video. If you really liked it, go ahead and consider subscribing. I like to do tomfoolery here on this channel. I think if you enjoyed this video, you'll probably enjoy some of my other ones, so check them out. At any rate, thanks so much for stopping here at the Morning Jolt on the Photo Video Show. I'm your host, Mark Puckett, and I'm going to see you guys again on the next one. Peace! Hell! Oh, really? You're going to stop raining after the show's over? That's about right.